Alright, so I'm going to quickly remove this part. I'm going to post another video on that anyway, so you won't really need to worry about that. And then I'll skip it to the part where I'm actually doing the turbo muffler delete. Yeah, I can just rest that down. This is very dirty, considering I haven't had it in for that long. But yeah, I've just taken the top off. I'm hoping I can just move this and control the space without taking too much of it apart. Now I'm just going to unscrew the clamp here and just take this out, and then I will just move this wire, this hose. I believe it will be easy enough to just do that, and then I don't have to take the whole thing apart because I'm trying to make this as quick as possible. I got work in a bit, yeah? Okay, that hasn't worked. The hose is a bit too rigid, so I'm going to have to take the hose out as well. Very annoying, sad times. Okay, the hose is off. So now I have full access into the engine bay there, where I need to be. Too much of a problem, hopefully. I should be able to get in there, so we'll see. This is the part that I'm changing here, so I'm going to have to unscrew that bit there and then take this part off. So that's an upgraded part. It's not too much of a problem, hopefully. I should be able to get in there, so we'll see. Okay, this is a 5mm socket to release this. It is a bit tight, you can't do it by hand, you will need one of these. I bought my thing from Halfords. It's calm, it works. I'm advised that this will leak a little bit of oil, so I'm going to have a little bit of a towel down at the bottom there just to stop it from doing that to the car down there. They are in a bit of a tight spot, these bolts, but you can get it in there. Once you get it in, you just need to commit. And once they're loose, you just keep going. There's 3 of them, so the one at the back is going to be the most annoying to get, but perseverance. I'm going to take this off as well. This is where the oil should come out. Luckily I've had my car worked on by Awesome, and they're awesome enough to have placed the clamp lock in a nice position so I can easily access it for this situation exactly. This has now been loosened, so I'm just going to pull it off, see if we see any oil come out. It's a bit of a tight squeeze there. I might have to take the whole thing off, which will be annoying. We'll try not to, we'll see what happens. So once you get in from the back, it is doable. You can see that moving now. All of them are loose, so I'm going to just take this out of the nut so I don't lose them, because that'll be a terrible time. And then I'm just going to loosen the rest with my hands. I'll put the hose back on because it was just in an annoying position. That's one screw and one at the back. Much more annoying to get to, mainly because I've left the battery in, but I don't have that type of time. Alright, there's 2 screws. It is starting to leak a little bit of oil, but I do have the towel down, so that looks well alright. Last screw, and then I should be able to pull it out. That's all 3 screws. Nice and safely in this part here. Now that it's off, I'm just going to disconnect the 2 clamps, the 2 parts from each other. Alright, so this is the example of piece 1 that was removed and the RacingLine upgrade that's being put in. I mean, the most noticeable part is that you are obviously deleting these spaces here which should reduce turbulence, which I'm hoping is something that I'm experiencing in the car that's annoying, and that putting this in is going to solve that problem. I don't have to spend any more money because it's getting peak, but pretty much exactly the same. Other than that, apart from this is like because if you look inside, it's like a straight tunnel. This looks as if it's like a curved tunnel, but when you look inside, it seems to be pretty straight as well. So I'm not too sure on the ingenuity that went into this, to be honest, but these are two pieces side by side, so hopefully I've got 2 hours left to put this part in the car, and this is my daily, so I've got 2 hours left to put that all the way back in without problems, and then get to work. Getting to work is not, it doesn't take too long if the car's working. If the car's not working, yeah, it's a busting and that's dead, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully I can just pattern it nicely and quick. Also, my rubber ring here, it came out on my car. When I've watched videos that hasn't happened, so I'm going to put this back where it is in the videos on the ones that I've seen, and then we're going to go from there. So hopefully that's the right thing to do, because they didn't give me a replacement one when I bought this, which I think would have been nice, just as a, you know, this is something you definitely need to replace into the vehicle, and it will be nice to have a new one, because obviously this is going to be slightly worn, or very worn, considering my car's 10 years old now. Okay, so what I found is that it needs to be an upwards motion, and there is going to be literally like no give on turning it around. So you're going to have to kind of push it in from the bottom here, and then like this. That was the way that I got my own in, because there's like not a lot of give on there in terms of turning it. Okay, so thread your 3 bolts in by hand. Down at the bottom you can't really see, but it is there. Oh look, you can see, check me out, camera angles, and then the top one as well. Now I'll just tighten them up with my trusty ratchet. Literally doing this by touch. You can get to see it, so. Alright, so I've got the turbo release part put in, so I'm just going to put everything back in to the car. I'll probably make this a time lapse, but I put the ring back in, the rubber ring. The rubber ring is back in where it's supposed to be. The turbo got in. It's not a difficult job, I don't think, it's just a bit strenuous, but yeah, let me crack on. So I'm going to put the boost pipe back on, this rider side, that's down here at the bottom. I've also got this super lube courtesy of Awesome. They put me onto this, shout out to them and there again. Don't leave it in your workspace, because this will happen. I leaned on it and then boom, so it was a bit peak. But yeah, I'm just gonna reapply some of this super lube on there, just to help it get in, because I don't have the type of time that might be required to make this work otherwise. Don't forget to put your clamps on, orientation, up. You want it to be easy to take these back on and off if you need to. Don't be a loose cannon like me. Luckily that didn't go very far. Make sure that you're flush to the turbo delete accessory, because I don't see why you wouldn't just put it back how you've seen it, so that's why I'm doing it that way. And then I'm just going to screw those bits in. And then that bit's done. Making sure that, for Christ's sake. One trick that I like to use is, because this is a flat ring, I push down on the ring, and then I know that it should be flush both sides. I'll do this fairly tight. Just a bit more towards me, to be honest. A bit exposed. You still see it? You kind of still see it. I'm in the groove. I'm really trying to. Yeah, leaning over the car like this is not good for my knees. I don't know if anyone has a solution for that, apart from being younger, but that sure is annoying as fuck. I probably won't be able to do sound checks today, and I might have to run off to work back on it. You know, quick thing. And here, same procedure. Alright, that's on. And then when I took this off, I didn't disconnect this cord. I just moved it. It's got the flexibility to rest there. I was just being lazy to disconnect it, and it's quite annoying to disconnect that, to be honest. So those are both back on. This is my handiwork. Professional. I don't know what looks like bird poo or something got in there, but it is what it is. Next will be the turbo inlet hose, also RacingLine. Shout out to them, man, again. Well, I've taken this off a few times, so that white substance you can see is what I believe is residue from this super lube. I've put that on again, both sides. Put that in nice and snug. Put this on the zone. Onto the turbo. Oop. I hurt my finger a little bit. It's still like a bit annoying to know if you're actually in all the way, but you know, if you use enough force you should be alright. Again, pressing down. This is feeling shamefully easy to put back into place. It's making me feel good about it taking long to disconnect it all. I do have a cloth down here, which I'm going to get now because I will forget. This cloth was to stop me from getting any drips of oil, but I didn't really get any, so I would still advise because there was a little bit, you know. And I'll just place this back on top. It feels so easy, I feel like I'm forgetting something. I hope so. But I'm not, because that will be, you know, the worst way to go. This is actually a really cool tool. Interchangeable. Push one here. This one, exit. Then you can twist this one without loosening it, so that for screwing is easier. That's the brand. Yes, it would be quicker if I did it with an electric tool, considering I do have work, but I don't actually have one handy. I wanted to do this today because I start a bit later today for work, so I have more time for it to fail. But to be fair, it didn't go too badly. Hopefully she starts up. I'll let you lot get a little start up so you know my thing's not backed, but I was just having a panic attack because I found this screw. But it's from this. I took this out to get one of these. You'll be able to see if it blows up, so keep watching. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully I don't get an error light. That's engine, that's air pressure, tire pressure. That was there before, I'll be honest. True car guy stuff, modifications over maintenance, you know how it is. This is a cold start from inside the car. I'm hoping that's the cold start finished. Revs to 3000, hood up. Well, it worked. That's with the hood up, so we're active, the car's working, so I'll do some other videos afterwards. To make sure that everything's fine. I'll obviously drive it to work. If I make it back, GG's. You know, I'm going to take it for a spin around the block, see what happens, see how it sounds, because I'd rather do it now than take it to work and then I'm getting stuck or whatever, getting fired and whatnot. Plus I'm excited to see what it feels like, what it sounds like. I don't really know what to say about it so far from just revving it stationary, so, but it did feel like the cold start was less vibration. Feels like there's a slightly less vibration now, but that could just be placebo. So we're gonna go around the block and see what happens with it.